Welcome to The Right Nutrition with Alicia. Today we're going to cover drinks. What do we drink? What do drinks do for us? So today I'm going to talk about the number 2 mistake that all immigrants do when they move from the place where they lived and they were born and they grew to a new place. Also, not only as immigrants, but how all these drinks have been now taken to our countries. So we have to think back about what did our grandparents and great-grandparents drink. And today I'm going to talk about water. So what is water? Water is a clear liquid without an odor, without a taste. It hydrates you. Water, incredibly, is 50 to 75% of our bodies is plain water. And today we're going to cover what is clean water. Clean water is something we promote in our programs because clean water is water that has no microorganisms. We are very lucky to live in Vancouver and be able to open the faucet and drink tap water. I come from Mexico City. In Mexico City, you don't have that luxury. There's many other places in which you don't have that luxury because the water is not clean. So clean water has no microorganisms. Clean water shouldn't have also any chemicals, any inorganic or organic chemicals that don't belong to the water. And when you think about it, we as humans have contaminated our soils. All of that leaches down into the water. We drink everything we put on our soils back, it comes back to us. Lots of contaminants in water. Another important thing is that to be able to drink water, we need to disinfect it. So if you actually take tap water, you might even smell the chlorine. Chlorine is added to kill all microorganisms. So people ask me, do I drink tap water? Some of the times, yes, I do. But some of the times at home, I have a filter. I highly recommend you get a good filter, a filter that will be able to get microorganisms to stop moving through and that can remove a lot of chemicals. Charcoal is something that filters have that bind to all those chemicals and take it out of the water. So by the time the water comes out of a filter, then you can basically drink it. Now, we have the luxury of just having filters, but there's some places in the world that besides filters, they need to boil the water to kill all microorganisms. So in other words, clean water is becoming a luxury. So enjoy it when you drink clean water. Now, today I'm going to talk about what we drink because the market, everything that is around us is telling us that there's many other drinks that we can actually drink. One of those is sodas or soda pops or pops, however you want to call them. I think everybody's familiar with Coke. I just want to mention a little bit about soda pops. We already know that these are not really good for us, but I'm going to explain you what is it that they contain, why they're not good for us, and how to actually get rid of it. Because you can be totally addicted to soda pops. So in short, let me just tell you a little bit about soda pops. This little can contains about 8 tablespoons of sugar. I don't even know how they put that much sugar in it. But when you have something that has too much sugar in it, this is what happens. When you drink this soda pop, your blood sugar levels go up, but then they go down very quickly. So you might have a burst of energy and then it's gonna drop down. It doesn't quench your thirst. It's really dehydrating you. So that's why I have here soda pops. Are you dehydrated? I totally believe that soda pops are dehydrating the whole entire world. So that's one thing about soda pops. What else does Coke have? Coke has phosphoric acid. And phosphorus is important for our bodies. But when you drink phosphoric acid all the time or phosphorus all the time, it replaces calcium. People that are addicted to soda pops, in other words, are very prone to have like bone fractures or cavities in their teeth, also because the sugar plus the phosphorus. So when the phosphorus replaces calcium, we might end up having something like osteoporosis. How can you stop this addiction? Don't buy it. In my house, you open the fridge, there's no soda pops in there. There's no pop in there, the kids don't drink it. Slowly but surely, start deleting that from your diet. Now, a lot of people think that, well, fruit juices are probably better. Anything that is a fruit juice, when you read the label, this is probably one of the best ones out in the market. It says apple juice and water. That's all it has. However, fruit has also very, very high content of sugar. This sugar is not called glucose, it's called fructose. Our body doesn't recognize it as glucose, doesn't give us enough energy. A lot of times, fructose is stored as fat. How do you stop drinking juices? And my neighbors who have 2 little kids went through a hell of a time trying to get rid of them. And the best way of doing it, especially with your kids, is start diluting them. Maybe use half juice, half water, go down to 1/4 juice, 3/4 water, until you basically stop drinking juices. There's so many juices out there in the market that on top of the fruit, read the label, it says sugar added. Sometimes they even add some coloring. They're not natural. Now, a lot of people drink coffee. What about coffee? Coffee tastes so good, the smell is awesome, we grew up with it, we need it in the mornings to wake up, otherwise we cannot wake up and start our day. Fair. That's okay. You can have 1 cup of coffee a day. However, you need to know something very important about coffee. Coffee also dehydrates you, because what coffee contains basically is it's a diuretic. It's removing water from your body. So when you have coffee, for every cup of coffee that you have every day, you need to have an extra glass of water, just to counteract the effect of the coffee in dehydration. So, in short, when we think about all of these that are out there in the market, what do we drink? Where do we go? Or what would be best to do? Best drink ever? Cheaper? It actually has a lot of flavor, believe it or not. People think that water has no flavor. Water, at least in Vancouver, it's delicious. Whenever you travel somewhere else and you come back, I crave my water. I crave this glass of water. It's as simple as that. You don't have a filter, you want to get rid of the chlorine. Keep your jug overnight and the chlorine will evaporate. Try to really remove all those sugary drinks from your diet. Even people that are overweight, just even removing pop or removing juices and decreasing the amount of sugars in your diet is going to lead to weight loss.